We've just arrived somewhere new. Last night we arrived. We got stuck in sand while we were trying to park in a sand dune. Luckily we managed to get out by turning our wheel really sharply to the side, and Lottie pushed. Thankfully we got out. Anyway, so we parked near the airport at a place called Urbanova in the south of Alicante, and we read about it on Google. Somebody had written about it a couple of weeks ago actually. He said that it was a good wild camping spot. So anyway, we're going to open the door. Lottie, can you open it? Hold Diddy. There's a road nearby, so we can't let Diddy off the lead. But hold on to there. Right, so we're going to see. Oh, I can't see much. Lots of condensation. That's what it looks like in the mornings. That's not actually too bad. It can be a lot worse than that. Oh, lovely. There are lots more motorhomes over there, look. So it's obviously somewhere where you can stay and the police don't bother you. In the winter at least, anyway. They're a lot more relaxed in the winter in most places here. Much easier than in Ibiza to park. We've only been told off once, and that was when we were in Javier, because we stayed there for a month and we were a bit cheeky. We parked on a kind of plateau, a grassy plateau looking out to sea. It was a beautiful spot. We stayed there for a month, so we really overstayed our welcome, and the police turned up one day while I was doing some fiberglassing on the van. Bending over doing some fiberglassing, and all of a sudden this great big police car turned up about a foot away from me, scared the life out of me, and one policewoman and a policeman got out and told me off and said we've got 1 hour to pack up and leave or we'd get a €1,000 fine. But other than that, we've been okay. We've even had police tell people who were camping near us that they had no problem with us. We could stay for as long as we wanted. I even had one pair of policemen apologise for having to ask us to leave because there was a market starting in a car parking area at Denia. So they can all be very different. It depends on where you are, what attitude they have towards campers. My opinion is that I haven't seen any campers leave rubbish. We're really careful. We pick up all of our rubbish, and we make sure we're really nice to the locals, and we give the little independent shops our money. And we spend a lot of money wherever we stay, so anybody who has something against campers should realise how much money they bring to the local area when they stay. And we don't stay forever, we're not here forever. We're not taking over. So this is Urbanova. We're only going to stay here for a day probably, but it looks like we're going to have a good walk.